How did this film come about? Because you can't believe someone actually financed this movie? They pitched the original concept to me, and then we wrote the script together. And I made it much worse than Mark Verheiden, the writer. Because he's the only one, I'm the only one who knows certain facts, like with dealing with fans. Like there was a whole sequence outside the studio after shooting the great movie Cave Alien 3, where all the fans had these insipid questions, and they're all real, verbatim, the entire sequence, even the guy in the wheelchair. I met a guy in a wheelchair at a convention. He was the rudest bastard I'd ever met in my life. Mean, surly, and he even said, you know, you have a more recent picture, but you know, you can't exactly push him in front of a car, can you? But in the movie, you can. Yes, in the back.
Spider-Man the musical.
Spider-Man the musical, as if I would have anything to do with that. Let me green light that right now. You really want that? Guy in tights flying around? Haven't you seen Peter Pan? Sorry to disappoint you. His face just dropped. Yes. Where will I make a cameo in the Evil Dead remake? I'd be the old guy at the bait store. You kids be careful, that cabin's haunted! Shut up, old man, just pump our gas. I warned you! Is that what you want? If it's ever remade, which hopefully it will never be, yeah.
Are you jealous of Robert Zadar's chin?
Am I jealous of Robert Zadar's chin? No, because he had to use steroids to get his. Awkward. Yes.
Love the film, by the way. What's your opinion on the recent trend of like Hollywood remakes of like 70s, 80s?
What's my opinion on trends of remakes and sequels? And it's a sickness. It's a horrible, horrible sickness. And maybe they'll come out of that by the end. Yeah. Something has to be done. And you know what the funny thing is? You can all put a stop to it right now. Don't pay for it. If you didn't like part 1, don't see part 8. You know, it's pretty simple.
Bruce, if you had to make a remake, or you had to be in a remake...
If I had to make a remake, like with a gun to my head?
What would you do? What would you like to...
What would I like to do? A remake?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be in the remake.
Why? It'd be awesome. If you could choose anyone...
A remake of my own fucking movie?
No.
Somebody else's remake?
Any movie.
Oh, they're just so much fun, those remakes. No, because they are creatively a zero.
Okay.
Creatively bankrupt.
Okay.
I'd rather just go bankrupt on my own. Like every other American. Yes?
Whose idea was it to do an episode of Xena with her trapped inside your body?
Whose idea was it to do an episode of Xena where I'm trapped inside of... She's trapped inside of my body. The decision was made by a horse that crushed her pelvis. She couldn't walk, so they had to do about 3-4 episodes without her. And then on the other show, Hercules, Kevin Sorbo had an aneurysm in his shoulder, so there was a lot of tap dancing going on there for a few episodes. Both their stars were out and down. It's a very uncomfortable period, but I got a lot of work out of that time. So. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you very much. Yes, right here.
I don't know if it's a true story, but I heard whenever you were taking Evil Dead down, various times to promote it, that you had no money for rent. So basically, you and Sam Raimi go into a club and you have to pull the girl, go back to her place, and then you pay my mate for one, because we got nowhere to go.
So Sam would pick up a girl at a club. Then
pick up the girl.
I'd pick up the girl.
And then come back to my place and go, no worries, it's just my mate, can he come along as well?
Where did you hear that story? On the internet, right? It's not really true, no. No, a great, lovely tale, but completely false. Yeah. It's almost correct, but not quite. We stayed at I met a woman on a commercial shoot in Detroit who lived in New York. She kind of fancied me, so we crashed at her place, and then she came on to me, and I panicked and left. So, Mr. Big Movie Star, that's me. Yes, you're very eager for your 5th question. Go ahead.
Where did your inspiration come from to write Make Love?
Make Love to Bruce Campbell, where did the inspiration come from?
Yeah,
from within, my friend. So inspiration in that book, I can tell you. Yes.
In the title of the film, start and result in the Hollywood A-list, and movie and B-movie.
Okay, sorry, I live in a faraway land. Can you try that again? A little slower.
Putting your name in the title of the film, is that a start and result on the Hollywood A-list instead of B-movies?
Okay, I'm trying to work with you here. I'm so embarrassed I can't understand half of what you're saying. Something about an A-list and a B-list. Can someone interpret for this man, please?
Put your name in the title of the film.
I put my name in the title of the film, yes. It was audacious, I know.
Is that the start and result on the A-list?
Oh, a start on assault on the A-list, meaning no, I'll never get to the A-list. There's no assault on anything. Hollywood doesn't even know this movie was made. They have no idea. Thank God. Yes?
You know you've done the introduction in the Ninja Girls. That's still one of your favourite books.
I did an introduction for Ninja Girls, yes.
No, not Danger Girl.
Oh, Danger Girl.
Yeah.
I thought it was an okay comic that they randomly asked me for an introduction for, and I wrote it. Sorry, I don't love it as much as you think I should. So what was the last part of your question then?
No, I was just asking for stuff.
Yeah, no, it's not one of my favorite comics, sorry. Another awkward moment, yes. Is Bob Hope an influence? A young Bob Hope, yes. Young, dashing Bob Hope is an influence, yes. Not the Bob Hope who was doing Christmas specials looking at cue cards, no. Yes, because I thought it was funny. I like guys like Danny Kaye. I like ham comedians. That's just, I like people who are, I like Benny Hill. I like people who are ridiculous. Yes, in the back.
If you're a fan of comics, which character would you actually sign on a dotted line for without looking at the paycheck?
If I was a fan of comics.
If you're a fan of comics.
If I was a fan of comics. We're just having a lot of awkward moments here tonight. No, there's nothing I would really get that excited about. Because with superhero movies, I find it difficult to relate to them. That's why I like the Evil Dead movies, because Ash has no skills whatsoever. Everyone in this room is smarter than Ash. But I think the average person can relate to that more. So I don't need to play a superhero. I find them to actually be the most boring parts. I mean, that's why they can't keep the Batman. How many Batman? They've had like 5 Batman actors in 7 Batman movies? Because the part sucks. It's a guy who growls a lot, you know? The current Christian Bale. What? Like he needs to take a bathroom break or something. He's just mad because the suit is too tight. Yeah.
Evil Dead 4.
Evil Dead 4. Well, I'm only hesitating because I've never heard that question before. Well, let's do a quick poll. I'll do Evil Dead 4. How many of you people here wanted Indiana Jones 4? Get the hands up. Yeah, one sucker right here.
Sorry, was that
Is this what you want? Here's Indiana Jones 4. Okay, come on, kid. Let's go get those Germans. No, let me use my whip. I'll just get my whip out here. Cut! Give me a break. Is that what you want? That's what you're going to get? Me with a chainsaw. I put the joke in here specifically. They're too heavy. Chainsaws are too heavy. I've already established that. No, you don't want Evil Dead 4 because we're probably going to fail. I know what's going to happen. We'll spend 2 years working our ass off on that movie and you go, it was okay, not as good as Army of Darkness. And that's what it'll be remembered for. You'll always remember the last one. Can you tell me the plot of Jason 6? Freddy 9? Freddy 5? No. It all turns into a big bag of mush. I'd rather just protect those 3 ridiculous movies for all time and not mess with it beyond that. Not everything has to be remade. You know, I ran into some writer the other day talking about getting something made, and I said, well, so, you know, got some new original ideas you want to get made? He goes, original? That would never get made.